without mincing any word, I must say that democratic infrastructure of the state has been dismantled, which needs to be saved by your judicial intervention. Never in the country, after 5 years, after the gap of 5 years, my lord, after the gap of 5 years, it is the constitutional mandate to conduct Panchayat election across the nation. But never ever we have heard this kind of electoral malpractices ever occurred in any parts of this country. So that is why we are agitating. Nothing else. This is the reason we are agitating, because common people for who is the Panchayat Raj institution was conceived are being denied, are being deprived from exercising their franchises. What much violation of fundamental principles of our constitution can be. The golden triangle of our constitution clearly espoused. Article 14, 19, 21, all have been trampled upon by riding roughshod over all fundamental principles. The government has been roaming scot-free. So without having any compunction, without having any qualm, without mincing any word, I must say that democratic infrastructure of the state has been dismantled, which needs to be saved by your judicial intervention. Second prayer, mandamus directing to take up all the complaints in respect of death, murders, and serious injuries received by the citizens during the election process to be investigated by the Central Investigating Agency and direct to arrange adequate financial compensation to the family members of the deceased and injured person by respondent authorities. My lord, in the morning, I have tried my best to flag Lordship's attention that scores of, now more than hundreds of fatally injured opposition parties workers are being maltreated, are not being offered proper treatment in the hospital due to the poor plight of medical infrastructure in the state. Death toll has been continuing unabated. Number of mortality, death toll has been going up, much to the concern, grave concern of all of us. So immediate arrangement for cremation of those ill-fated personality, those unfortunate person, should be directed from your end. Also, my lord, I would appeal that proper treatment should be provided to those affected persons who have been running from pillar to post while having been deprived from their lives, their properties. Properties worth of crores of rupees have been destroyed by the sheer hooliganism in cahoots with the police administrations. It is a very toxic nexus among the police, party, and election commission are existing. I can say, don't take it otherwise, they are the doppelgangers. One is apparition of other to do this kind of disservice to the state. Third, a writ in the nature of mandamus commanding the respondent to deploy adequate central forces in and around the counting centers surrounding the 100 meters area of the counting center. Already tampering has been improvised. Tampering are being explored so as to further reduce the electoral process in the state. Since the day one, we have been urging upon you for deploying central forces. Now, again, we are urging upon your leadership, your lordship, to deploy central forces along with all necessary ingredients so as to make it foolproof. And you will be astonished to note that in an election that has been held, 80% of booths where central forces were conspicuously absent in spite of the explicit direction from your end. Government had exhausted all its resources to foil your direction, to thwart your salubrious direction. But they have been failed because Supreme Court has upheld your observation. So now by resorting to simply trickery and political shenanigans, they have made your observation futile. I think this is a direct affront to this judiciary, because by cocking a snook to the direction given by this judiciary, my lord, they are and they have got the temerity of flouting all your direction and observation.
Yes, sir.